Hey guys, Bart the Nature Guy here. It is a still chilly April, and I'm hanging out in this kind of marshy area in kind of western suburbs, so you can probably see right around there. There's still some, I'm not very far off. You can kind of see buildings over here, but it's kind of a beautiful marshy area, and so I decided to focus my attention here. And what drew me here actually was this tree. You can tell it's broken off at the top, but it is full of woodpecker holes, and so I saw it and I started walking out through this marsh. And so on the way out I saw what appears to be like some large scat from like a raccoon. I saw a mouse like peering out from like underneath some of these marshes. It was just like peering out and just stared at me. And then a little squirrel popped out. It kind of freaked me out, but because it was not that far away, I thought it was something larger because I just seen that the raccoon scat. And so today, oh, you can hear geese in the background right now. So just kind of a beautiful, but it is a cool, crisp day. So this invitation will definitely be for you to get outside, but maybe keep moving a little bit as the chilly weather is still upon us. But of course, with our nature invitations, just taking in our kind of making some conscious breaths, and so just kind of bringing your mind and body into the same place. And so and we can do that through just simply inhaling through our nose, exhaling through our nose or mouth, whatever feels comfortable for you. Maybe 2 more breaths. And as we begin to engage all our senses, maybe right now we can kind of start. It's kind of a blowing day, so there's lots of movement here. So maybe it's, what do you notice? What is moving around you? What do you see? And engaging that sense of sight. And next, that sense of sound. So I often close my eyes. If you feel okay doing that in the space that you're at, sometimes you don't always feel like you can do that. So if you want to, feel free to close your eyes, bring in that sense of sound, but just kind of eliminating that sense of sight, which is one of our primary sights of how we get through our day. Just simply removing that allows our ears to be engaged in maybe a different way. I'm near a stream, so I can hear running water. I hear all the red-winged blackbirds that are out here in this marsh. The cardinal is in the background as well. Awesome. Now if you can engage that sense of feel or touch, so it could be simply, seeing what's out there, especially with a lot of the new buds that are on the trees and the new leaves that are super soft and kind of not very hardy right now. They're just coming out of their bud, and so they're just very gentle and soft. We have some of these leftover cattails from last year that are looking to engage their seeds to the air as soon as they have an opportunity of a big gust of wind. And maybe it is like for me, you can kind of tell I got a little squint in my right eye right now. That sun is kind of beating down on my face. It's definitely warming me up, especially through the jacket and stuff I have here. I feel very comfortable outside. So maybe engaging that sense of touch or feel. Now that sense of smell. So taking that air in through your nostrils, and finding that place. If you can see here, lots of kind of mucky, marshy stuff. So there's lots of good mucky, swampy smells, which is actually some of my favorite smells in a weird way. So it's part of the reason why I feel pretty comfortable stepping into a marsh. You got to watch your step. You can definitely have a foot disappear underneath some of these cattails and kind of, soak a shoe pretty fast. So you got to make sure that you have the right gear on, and be willing, if you're going to step out, just a few feet into a marsh. I like to just kind of surround myself with what I'm engaging. So I'm only about 20 yards off a trail, but and I definitely chose a nice dry path, but I like to kind of surround myself versus kind of being on the edge of like a field and looking in. I like to step in a little bit, and it definitely helps me get closer to things like the smells of the things that I'm seeing. And that last one is that sense of taste. So drawing that air in over your tongue, into your mouth, seeing if there's a sensation of taste that you can gather from the air. I open my mouth just slightly, and pull that air in. Thanks everybody for joining me on kind of engaging those five senses. The nature engagement for this week is actually marsh mystery. So there's so much going on out here in all these cattails, especially as things come alive in spring. And so the blackbird, the red-winged blackbirds have kind of re-entered, and all sorts of different creatures are out there now. And not only that, but there's lots of things to see along the edges of the marsh. So, a lot of the new growth on the trees around the edges of marsh. So it's marsh mystery, and all I ask you to do, if you feel comfortable in an area, maybe it's just walking on a trail. And I am only engaging this in a walking invitation because it's still a little chilly. So it's nice to kind of get our body heat up a little bit through just a walk. So if there's a trail near you or a place that you feel comfortable kind of walking along the edge of a marsh, and just engage the marsh with what do you notice, what do you see, what are you experiencing. It may be taking a few minutes to stop it and just kind of watch how things play out. The nice thing is with the marsh is you get some distance here. You can see quite a ways, which is a little different than being in the woods. So you can maybe, a lot of the animals that are out there aren't really as concerned with you because they're further away. And they also have a lot of escape, especially a lot of the birds that are in marshes can get away as well. And so they feel more comfortable being a little closer. So marsh mystery is our engagement for this week. So see if you can find yourself a set of cattails in a little marshy area, and if you can be with that for a little bit and maybe keep a walk on to keep yourself warm during this cool April. So Bart the Nature Guy, have a great week. Peace out. See you later. Bye-bye.